165 million years ago, a fragment of land tore away from Africa, drifted east into the Indian Ocean, and was left alone. For the next 88 million years, nothing reached it. No new animal arrived. No new tree took root. Evolution worked alone. Trees that hold up the sky, forests of stone where no human can walk, and creatures that exist nowhere else on Earth, singing into the dawn. This is Madagascar, the strangest country on Earth, a world apart. What you are about to see exists nowhere else, not on this planet, not anywhere in the known world. The dry South Avenue of the Baobabs. South of the Mozambique Channel, on the road north out of Morondava, the sky empties. 25 trees stand against it. Some are 800 years old. The oldest, nearly 1,000. They are baobabs, and they should not exist anywhere else on Earth. But here, on this island, they are everything. Madagascar holds 6 of the world's 9 baobab species. 6 of 9. None of the others live anywhere outside this island. The avenue is what remains of a forest. Centuries ago, these trees stood in dense woodland, surrounded by their own kind, fed by a wetter climate. That forest is gone, slashed and burned, cleared for rice and cattle, century after century. Baobabs alone survived, too sacred to cut. The Malagasy called them Reniala, mothers of the forest, mothers without children. Look at them. The trunks rise 30 meters into the air, smooth and grey, swollen with water. A single tree can hold 100,000 liters inside it. The branches at the top are short, crooked, almost embarrassed. There is a legend here that the gods, when they first planted the baobab, were unhappy with it. So they tore the tree from the ground and shoved it back, roots up. Look at the branches against the sky. You will understand. At sunset, the colors change. The sky bleeds red into orange into deep violet. The trees go black. The road glows. Photographers come from every continent to stand here for the 20 minutes when the light is right. But the photographs do not tell the truth. The truth is that these mothers are dying. Each year, the drought pushes further north. Each year, fewer saplings survive. In the past decade alone, scientists have watched some of Africa's oldest baobabs collapse from the heat, hollow inside, suddenly gone. The baobab outlived the Roman Empire. It may not outlive us. Stand among them at dusk. There is no birdsong, no traffic, just the wind moving through the swollen trunks. They have seen kingdoms rise, colonizers arrive, independence won. They have watched it all in silence. This is the strangest avenue on Earth, and it is the first warning. Drive south of Toliara, south of the Tropic of Capricorn. The world goes alien. There are no trees here in the normal sense, only the spiny forest. This is the driest corner of Madagascar. Less than 300 millimeters of rain a year. Some years, none at all. Plants here had to invent themselves. Didieras. They look like cactuses, but they are not. They evolved separately, a whole family of plants found only here, in this corner of this island. Octopus trees, locals call them. Arms reaching for a sky that gives them nothing. Every leaf is a spine. Every branch is a weapon. Touch the wrong plant and you bleed. And yet, life thrives here. The Verreaux's sifaka makes its home in this forest of knives. Watch one move, sideways on 2 feet, ballet-like between the spines. It does not fall. It cannot afford to. This is what evolution looks like when you give it 88 million years. No water and no one to copy from. East of Toliara, the land is the same, but the people are not. Here, the Antananarivo live. People of the thorns. They are cattle herders, nomads, descendants of those who chose to live where almost nothing else could. But the rains have stopped. For 5 years, between 2018 and 2023, the south of Madagascar barely saw a drop. In 2021, the United Nations declared what was happening here the world's first famine caused entirely by climate change. No war, no politics, just heat. One and a half million people facing starvation, children eating cactus fruit, locusts, white clay. Cows died in the fields where they stood. Wells went dry. The land that fed the Antananarivo for centuries no longer fed them. The Antananarivo did not cause this. The cars they cannot afford, the factories they have never seen, the world that warms, that is somewhere else. The price is paid here, in silence. The strangest island on Earth is also the first to break. Further inland, the Antananarivo bury their dead in painted tombs, more beautiful than any house they ever lived in. Carved zebu skulls on the walls, decorated wood. The living live simply, the dead live forever. Here, that makes perfect sense. "200 kilometers. The land rises, the rivers cut down. And then, the forest of stone. Tsingy de Bemaraha. In Malagasy, the word means the place where one cannot walk. Look at it from the air. The ground is gone. There is no ground. There are only blades. Limestone needles, sharp as razors, rising 100 meters into the sky. Some form sheer walls, others crowd together like a city of knives. This is what 200 million years of rain does to soft limestone, drop by drop, crack by crack. The water cut down through the rock until nothing was left but the standing edges, gleaming white in the sun, black in the shadows below. There are gorges here 700 meters deep, so narrow that 2 people cannot pass. To cross this forest, the Malagasy who live nearby use ropes, hooks, ladders. Suspension bridges over chasms with no bottom visible. Hand-cut steps in the stone. One slip is one death. The Tsingy do not forgive. And yet, life finds it. Bats nest in the caves below the needles. Snakes hunt between the columns. Orchids grow from cracks too small for a child's finger. And above it all moves something extraordinary. The Deccan sifaka, white-furred, long-tailed, built for this and only this. Watch it leap from one needle to the next across gaps of 3, 4, 5 meters. Landing on a knife edge of stone, barefoot and pushing off again before the rock can wound it. The pads of its feet are leathery, thickened by generations of contact with edges that would slice human skin to ribbons. There are not many of them left. The Tsingy is hard. The lemurs are few. The dry forest around it shrinks each year. But here, in the heart of the stone forest, they move as they have for hundreds of thousands of years, like dancers across a battlefield of swords. There is one fact about Tsingy that makes it unlike any other landscape on Earth. It has only existed in its current form for the last few 100,000 years. It is the youngest of these wonders, and the most actively being made. Right now, as you watch, the rain is cutting deeper. The needles are growing sharper. In a million years, this place will be even more alien than it is today. Tsingy means where one cannot walk, but it also means where evolution can still try anything. The forest of knives, the strangest geometry on Earth. Manambolo Gorges. Below the Tsingy, the Manambolo River cuts something different. A canyon, walls 700 meters high. Limestone smooth as polished stone where the water moves slow, jagged where it moves fast. For centuries, the Vazimba, Madagascar's earliest known inhabitants, buried their dead in the caves along this gorge. You can still see the wooden coffins wedged into ledges high above the water. Some are 800 years old. No one knows exactly who the Vazimba were. Some Malagasy still believe their spirits guard the gorge. You do not point at the coffins. You do not raise your voice. The river carries everything downstream, eventually. On this island, even the dead have geography. The Sifaka leap. Watch her now, the mother Sifaka. She crouches on a needle of stone, her infant clinging to her belly. Across the gap, 3 meters of air, 700 meters of nothing below, another stone island. She bounces twice, measures, the wind shifts, and then she goes. Arms wide, tail trailing, through the gap in one breath. She lands. The infant does not even wake. Some leaps fail. The Tsingy keeps what it claims, but not today. Not this mother. She moves on, to the next needle, to the next, deeper into the stone forest where no human can follow. There is no forgiveness here. Only those built for this place survive. south again, into the dry forests of the west. Sunlight falls on a different kind of land. This is Kirindi, one of the last fragments of a forest that once covered the entire western coast. Walk it in the dry season, June through October, and the trees stand bare. The leaves are gone. The light reaches the forest floor. This is when Kirindi comes alive. 8 species of lemurs live here. The smallest primate on Earth, the pygmy mouse lemur, fits in a teaspoon. The largest is the size of a small dog. But none of them are the king of this forest. The king is the fossa. Look at her. 3 feet long, russet fur, a face like a cat, a body like a mongoose. A tail almost as long as her body, used for balance in the trees. There is no other animal like the fossa anywhere. She is Madagascar's apex predator. Watch her now. She climbs a tree, slowly, silently. The branches do not move. Above her, a sifaka family feeds. They have not seen her. They have not heard her. She moves up, up, closes the distance. 3 meters, 2. And then she launches. The sifaka screams. The family scatters in every direction. The fossa's claws find one and miss. Sometimes she catches them, sometimes she does not. Today the forest keeps its secret. The lemurs survive. The fossa drops back to the ground, watching. There will be another tree, another chance. Less than 2,500 fossas remain. The forest that fed them is mostly gone. What is left, like Kirindi, is shrinking. When the last patch of dry forest falls, the fossa will fall with it. Madagascar's strangest hunter, the last predator left on this island. At night, Kirindi turns into something else. Listen. That tapping you hear, that hollow, regular knock against wood. It is the strangest animal on Earth, and the only one that hunts this way. The ai, a lemur the size of a cat. Black-furred, wild-eyed, with one long skeletal middle finger that exists on no other creature. She taps. She listens. The wood beneath the bark is hollow, full of grubs. She bites through. She inserts the finger. She pulls. No other mammal in the world hunts this way. In Malagasy folklore, to see an ai is a sign of death. They are killed on sight. Now there are fewer than 10,000 left. A creature feared into the edge of extinction on an island that made nothing else like it. Giant jumping rat. There are other things in Kirindi at night. The giant jumping rat, found nowhere else, moves like a tiny kangaroo, hopping between burrows that can be 10 meters deep. Evolution gave Madagascar's rats wings of a sort, and shovels, and a marsupial stride. Climb the Central Highlands, 200 kilometers from any coast, 1,200 meters above the sea, and there, built on 12 hills, looking out over the rice paddies of the Imarina, is the capital. Antananarivo, the city of 1,000. 3 million people now. Houses stacked on hills, painted yellow and ochre and red, climbing in tight rows from the lake at the bottom to the royal palace at the top. The architecture is unlike anywhere else in Africa, because Antananarivo is not African, not entirely. Look at the houses. Steep roofs, narrow windows, verandas. They look like Indonesia, because the Malagasy are not African, not entirely. "2,000 years ago, the first people to step onto this island sailed here from Borneo, 4,000 miles across open ocean in outrigger canoes. They were the last humans to find an unsettled, continent-sized land. They left the strongest signature in human migration history, a language closer to Indonesian than to Swahili, a rice-growing culture, a worldview unlike anywhere on the African mainland. Half the Malagasy descend from these settlers. The other half arrived later, brought across the channel from Mozambique and the Comoros by Arab and Bantu traders. Antananarivo is where these two worlds meet, Asia and Africa, fused into a single people. The market at Analakeli, fish from the coast, vanilla from the east, rice from the plateau. Above it all, the Rova, the royal palace, where the Marina kings ruled an island that, by 1880, was a unified kingdom recognized by Europe. A kingdom that controlled its own ports, its own army, its own diplomatic missions. Then, France came. In 1896, Madagascar fell. Independence returned in 1960. The Rova burned in 1995. Most of it lost and was rebuilt. This is the strangest capital on Earth, African in geography, Asian in blood, European in colonial scar, and entirely Malagasy in everything that matters. At dawn, the mist comes off the rice paddies in the valleys below. The city wakes slowly. The light hits the painted houses. The hills emerge. 3 million lives begin again. From the highest point, you can see the entire central plateau. And you understand, at last, that Madagascar is not one country. It is many countries, stitched together by an ocean nobody crossed for them. East of the capital, a single forested hill rises above the highlands. This is Ambohimanga, the Blue Hill. UNESCO has called it Madagascar's most sacred site. For 500 years, this was where the Marina kings were crowned, born, buried. At its summit, the royal compound still stands, black wooden palaces with steeply pitched roofs, ringed by walls of stone bound with egg white and lime. The kings of Madagascar built nothing of marble, nothing of gold. They built of wood, and the wood survives. Inside the main palace, one bedroom is preserved exactly as a king left it 2 centuries ago. A bed, a spear, a wooden tray. He united the Highland kingdoms in the early 1800s. His son completed the conquest of the entire island. Ambohimanga is forbidden ground. Even today, foreigners must remove their shoes. No pork, no certain words. The fadi, the taboos. they still hold. This is a hill that remembers and does not forgive forgetting. Once every 5 to 7 years, the Merina villages of the Central Plateau open their family tombs. This is Famadihana, the turning of the bones. The ancestors are wrapped in fresh silk. The family carries them, dances with them, tells them the news of the years. To the Malagasy of the highlands, death is not a separation, only a different kind of presence. To Malagasy eyes, it is the strangest thing in the world that anyone could ever forget their dead. So every 5 years, they dance, above the rice paddies, under the highland sky. The Central Plateau is cut into stairs of green. The Betsileo people have farmed these terraces for centuries. Some climb the hills so steeply they look like the work of giants. Rice is everything here. The Malagasy eat more rice per person than any other people on earth. In the highlands, the terraces are not landscape, they are memory. East, the plateau drops, the clouds thicken, the air goes wet. At 950 meters above sea level, in the eastern rainforest belt, there is a small protected area. Andasibe Mantadia National Park. It is not large, just over 150 square kilometers. But it holds something no other forest on earth holds. At dawn, listen. That sound, that high rising wail, building from one voice to many. It is not a wolf, it is not a whale, it is not any animal you have heard. It is the song of the Indri, the largest lemur left on earth. A meter tall, black and white, yellow eyes, no tail. The Indri sings from the canopy at dawn. Family groups call to other families across the forest. The songs last up to 3 minutes. They can be heard 2 miles away. Listen again. To the Malagasy of the eastern forests, the Indri is Babakoto, the ancestor of man. To kill one is taboo. To eat one, unthinkable. There is an old story. A son climbed into the trees and refused to come down. He grew fur, he grew long limbs, he sang. He became the Indri. Every dawn, he sings to his lost family below. The science says something else, but no less remarkable. The Indri's voice evolved over millions of years to carry through dense canopy, a forest-built instrument. Each family group has its own song. They harmonize, they take turns. There are fewer than 10,000 Indris left. They cannot survive in captivity. They cannot be moved. Every Indri ever born has lived and died in this forest, and when the forest goes, they go with it. The eastern rainforest belt of Madagascar has lost more than 90% of its original cover. What remains is a thin green line, broken into fragments surrounded by burned land. Andasibe is one of the last fragments large enough to hold an Indri family. And the family does not know. They sing as if the forest will always be there. At dawn, the songs rise, across the trees, into a sky that is theirs for one more morning, the strangest voice on earth, while there is still a forest to sing into. Lemur Island near Andasibe. On a private reserve cut off by a stream, lemurs that cannot return to the forest are kept safe. Black and white ruffed lemurs, brown lemurs, bamboo lemurs. They climb onto visitors' shoulders. They take fruit from hands. They do not pretend to be wild. They are rescues, orphans, the in-between cases, half zoo, half hope. But every lemur here is one more lemur left. Lake Tritriva, south of the highlands near Andasibe, a perfect circle of green water sits in the crater of an extinct volcano. Lake Tritriva. Local legend says 2 young lovers, forbidden to marry, jumped into the water and never surfaced. The lake's level rises and falls, but never with the seasons. No one knows why. Some mysteries here belong only to the lake. Rainforest east and the gift to the world, Ranomafana. Deeper east. The rain stops being rain and starts being air, Ranomafana. In Malagasy, the word means hot water. The forest here rises and falls across mountains 500 to 1400 meters high. The rainfall passes 2500 millimeters a year. The air is permanently wet and the trees never stop. There is no understory in a rainforest like this. There is only canopy after canopy. Layered, leaning, dripping, mist between the trees, light that never reaches the ground. In 1986, a scientist named Patricia Wright was looking for a lemur that everyone said was extinct. The greater bamboo lemur, the golden bamboo lemur. Both had not been seen in decades. She found them, both, alive, in Ranomafana. The discovery led directly to the creation of this national park. 416 square kilometers of forest, protected because of one persistent biologist and 2 lemurs that refused to disappear. The golden bamboo lemur eats only bamboo, specifically a kind of bamboo loaded with cyanide, enough cyanide to kill a human child several times over. The lemur eats it anyway. How its body neutralizes the poison, no one has fully explained. It exists in one valley, in one forest, on one island. Ranomafana holds 12 species of lemur, hundreds of bird species, thousands of insects, many unknown to science. It also holds, true to its name, hot springs. Below the forest, geothermal water rises through the rock. Local healers say the water heals everything. Wounds, joints, old grief. The forest above heals nothing. It only watches. Wright still works here. decades later. The forest she fought for is still standing. The lemurs she found are still alive. It is a rare story on this island. Most are losses. This one is not. To stand in Ranomafana at dawn, when the mist rises and the canopy comes alive, is to understand what Madagascar must have been before humans arrived. A green world, sealed for 88 million years, inventing itself. Masoala further northeast, the rainforest reaches its largest unbroken piece. Masoala, 2,400 square kilometers of forest, the biggest national park in Madagascar. It catches more rain than anywhere else on the island, 3,700 millimeters a year. In some years, more. The clouds do not pass over Masoala. They live here. On the slopes of the peninsula, every plant fights for light. Lianas climb 100 meters. Strangler figs swallow ancient trees. Orchids grow on orchids on orchids. Below the canopy, the red-ruffed lemur, found only on this peninsula, calls in deep, vibrating barks. The eye taps at night. The tomato frog hides red beneath the leaves. At the edge of Masoala, the forest meets the sea. You can stand on the beach at Tampolo and look back at 1,000 square kilometers of unbroken jungle behind you, and out at the Indian Ocean ahead. Humpback whales pass through these waters every July, hundreds of them, calving, singing, pushing their newborns to the surface. Forest meets reef, reef meets whales. There are few places left on Earth where so many ecosystems touch. Masoala is one of the last. Sava Vanilla north of Masoala, the land between Sambava and Antalaha, Vohema to the north, Andapa to the west. This is the Sava region. And it is one of the most quietly powerful corners of the planet. 80% of the world's vanilla, every drop of it, comes from these 4 districts. From here, specifically here, almost nowhere else. Think about that. Every cake you have ever eaten, every cup of vanilla ice cream, every perfume that smells of warmth, of sweetness, of home, passed through a village in northeastern Madagascar, held by a hand you will never meet. Vanilla is the fruit of a climbing orchid. In its native Mexico, it is pollinated by a single species of bee. That bee does not exist in Madagascar. The orchid was brought here in the 19th century. It could not pollinate itself. Then, in 1841, a 12-year-old enslaved boy figured out how to do it by hand. His name was Edmund Albius. With a sliver of bamboo, with a flick of the wrist, the flower opens, the parts touch. The bean begins to grow. Every vanilla bean outside of Mexico, to this day, is hand-pollinated by a human being, one flower at a time. And the flower opens for only 12 hours, once a year. If you miss it, you wait another year. Walk a Sava plantation in October. The vines climb wooden frames. The white-green flowers bloom for half a day. The farmers, men, women, children, move down the rows with bamboo splinters and gentle fingers. A skilled farmer can pollinate 1,500 flowers in a single morning. Stop, and the orchid closes. Miss, and the year is gone. Each pollinated flower will swell over 9 months into a single green pod. Each pod eventually into a few grams of cured bean. A family of 4 might tend 10,000 vines and earn perhaps $1,500 in a good year for work that begins at sunrise and ends at sunset every day of pollination season. Then comes the slow work: blanching, sweating, drying, conditioning. It takes nearly a year to produce a finished vanilla bean. The work cannot be sped up. This is why vanilla is, by weight, more valuable than silver, sometimes more valuable than gold. And it is why the price of every dessert in the world depends on whether a cyclone passes over Sava. Madagascar does not just hold creatures found nowhere else, it holds the world's flavor. This land does not just keep its history, it shapes the world's kitchens. Every day, forever. The strangest gift on earth, quietly given, mostly unthanked. Antananarivo, the vanilla port. In Antananarivo, the vanilla port, fortunes built from a single flower line the seafront. Vanilla millionaires drive imported cars on roads that flood every cyclone season. The price of a kilo of cured vanilla is checked twice a day. In 2018, prices hit $600 per kilo, higher than silver. The world's chefs panicked. The farmers finally ate well. The North Ankarana, the cave cathedral further north, to where the island narrows and the caves begin. Near the village of Masoala, a wall of grey limestone rises from the savannah. This is the Ankarana Massif. Another sea of Tsingy, sharper, smaller, hotter than Bemaraha to the south. But Ankarana is not famous for its needles. Ankarana is famous for what lies beneath them. Beneath the limestone, water has carved a labyrinth of caves, more than 100 kilometers mapped, possibly more never seen by a human eye. Underground rivers, submerged passages, stalactites the size of cathedral pillars. In these caves, the Sakalava people of the north hid from their enemies for centuries. In one cave, the bones of an entire 17th century royal court rest in wooden coffins, untouched, sacred, guarded. To enter the cave, you must speak to the ancestors. You must remove your shoes. You must obey the Fadi, the rules of what cannot be said, cannot be eaten, cannot be done. Break a Fadi and the cave does not let you out. That is the local belief. There are also crocodiles. Inside one of Ankarana's caves, in a pool that catches the underground river, lives a population of Nile crocodiles. They are landlocked, hundreds of kilometers from any other crocodile population. They live in total darkness. How did they get here? Genetic studies suggest these crocodiles have been isolated for at least 10,000 years. Cave-dwelling crocodiles, in the dark beneath a stone forest. They have shrunk slightly in size over the generations, adapted to scarcer prey and pitch-black hunting. They hunt by touch, by vibration, by the smallest disturbance in still water. Their eyes still work, but no light has ever reached them. They are a population evolution forgot, sealed inside the stone. There is nothing else like them anywhere on Earth. The Sakalava say the crocodiles are ancestors too. The bodies in the caves and the predators that guard them are part of the same memory. It is hard to know how often a tourist falls in. There are rumors, there are warnings, there are no statistics anyone wants printed. Above the caves, the Tsingy of Ankarana stretches in fields of stone. Crowned lemurs leap between the needles, endemic to this corner. Crowned, named vulnerable. And below, the crocodiles wait, in the dark, beside the dead, as they have for 10,000 years. The strangest cathedral on Earth has crocodiles for priests. Andasibe off the northwest coast, a green volcanic island rises from a turquoise sea. Andasibe, the big island. Though it is not big, it is barely 300 square kilometers. This is where Madagascar becomes paradise. White sand, coral reefs, water so clear that the shadow of your boat moves across the seabed 20 meters down. The forests of Andasibe hold black lemurs, the only lemurs in the world where the males and females are different colors. Males pitch black, females russet gold. They sleep in trees that smell of ilang-ilang. That is not a coincidence. Andasibe grows much of the world's ilang-ilang oil, one of the base notes of Chanel No. 5 and most luxury perfumes. When the trees flower, the air itself smells expensive. Below the water, the reef holds whale sharks the size of buses, sea turtles, schools of barracuda. Above, the volcanic lakes, sacred to the Sakalava, hold no fish. Some say they hold something older. Paradise here hides its layers. Diego Suarez. On the northern tip of Madagascar, the city of Diego Suarez sits on the third largest natural harbor in the world. Volcanic plugs rise from the bay. A red sugarloaf island, a cathedral, cypress trees from another century. The French built a naval base here in the 1880s. The bay is so wide, 3 aircraft carriers could pass each other without touching. On the southeastern edge of Andasibe, the Lokobe Reserve protects one of the last patches of original lowland rainforest on the island. Inside, you can find the panther chameleon, every color you can imagine, red, blue, green, yellow, all in a creature the size of your hand. Modernity. Modern Tana. Back in Antananarivo, the city has changed. Above the painted houses, new buildings are rising. 5 floors, 10, 20, glass and steel where mud and wood used to be. Half of Madagascar is under 18 years old. Half this country has never known a world without smartphones, without satellite TV, without a global vanilla market. In the cafes of Analakeli, 20-year-old Malagasy code apps for Indian Ocean clients, They speak French and English and Malagasy in the same sentence. The country that the world thinks of as ancient is, by population, one of the youngest on Earth. Average age, 20. Most of Madagascar is still being written. At night, the music venues fill. Salagi, Madagascar's own dance music, born in the north, pours into the streets. Young feet move to a rhythm that is half Indonesia, half Africa, all this island. In the protected areas, a new generation of Malagasy biologists is taking over from the foreign scientists who came in the 20th century. At Centre Valbio in Ranomafana, at the Anjanhavi Reserve in the northwest, at field stations across the island. Malagasy graduate students are mapping species their grandparents could not name. In 2022, the Lemur Conservation Network counted over 70 Malagasy-led conservation projects active on the island. The fight to save Madagascar is, for the first time in its history, being led by the Malagasy themselves. It is the strangest reversal. After 88 million years of being a planet apart, after 100 years of being studied from outside, Madagascar is reclaiming its own laboratory. The next great discoveries about this island will be made by people who grew up beneath its trees. Vanilla and the world. In Sava, the road from Sambava to Antalaha is paved now. New schools have been built, hospitals are being expanded. The vanilla money, once concentrated in foreign trading houses, is finally reaching the farmers. In 2024, Madagascar exported nearly 2,000 tons of cured vanilla beans. Every bean a hand-pollinated flower. Every bean a Malagasy thumbprint on the world's kitchens. The world tastes Madagascar every day. The world is finally beginning to know it. 165 million years ago, a piece of Gondwana broke away and never returned. 88 million years ago, she left India behind. And evolution, undisturbed, wrote a different book. Since then, kingdoms have risen on this island. Kingdoms have fallen. Invaders came. Independence was won. The world changed around her. And through it all, the strangest country on earth stayed strange. The baobabs are still standing. The Tsingy is still cutting itself sharper. The Indri still sings into the dawn. The vanilla still opens its flowers for 12 hours each October. The fossa still climbs. The ii still taps. And the young Malagasy, half the country, are beginning at last to look forward. Madagascar is looking forward now, toward a future she is, for the first time in her history, building for herself. You think Madagascar was rare? Then wait until you see Iceland, a land too fiery, too frozen, and too unfinished. Click now. You won't want to miss it.